ViacomCBS shares lower Thursday after the company reported its first quarter financial results. Welcome to Variety's first quarter media earnings coverage. I'm Heidi Chung, media analyst and correspondent for Variety Intelligence Platform. ViacomCBS reporting adjusted earnings of $1.52 per share on revenue of $7.4 billion during the first quarter. The company adding 6 million global streaming subscribers for a total of 36 million at the end of the latest quarter. VIP senior media analyst Gavin is here to discuss ViacomCBS's first quarter results. Now, Gavin, 6 million global sub additions. The stock initially spiked in the pre-market, but have since reversed those gains. I guess we have the Super Bowl to thank. We have Oprah to thank. What do you think of these headline numbers?
A couple of things to point out. There's only 1 month, which was March, that included the rebrand Paramount Plus, and I think availability in some foreign markets with that. But if you look contextually, it's better than what Netflix did, and it's around half of what Discovery announced they have as global subscribers in Q1. So it's not bad, but it's not great. I think it's in line with the kind of product that Paramount Plus was, which was really in the US at least, CBS All Access with a coat of paint. Very few compelling originals. There wasn't really much to make you sign up if you hadn't already had it, unless the kids stuff and perhaps working along those lines to get subscribers. But aside from that, nothing to really make you want to sign up.
So let's stick to streaming here. As we know, it's an extremely competitive streaming space right now. A lot of entrants came into the market recently, of course, the rebranded Paramount Plus being one of them. Management really outlining a lot of new strategic plans for the service in the near term here. So what were your biggest takeaways from the earnings call in terms of strategy?
I think the biggest one that will probably grab the most headlines is the movie strategy that they announced for 2022, where you've got one original movie a week. Some of them, a few of them will be blockbusters straight from the theater that I guess bypass the Epic deal. But for the most part, they're going to be original in-house movies that are made for the service. This might sound amazing, but it's essentially the exact same strategy that they announced in September for the rebranded Paramount Movie Network, which was going to see one original movie a week produced in-house based on IP. So it was unclear whether they're just moving those movies across, or if there'll be a windowing and perhaps Paramount Plus will get them before Paramount Movie Network. But I wouldn't say that it's nothing new when you consider it from the overall perspective. Also found it interesting that they're jettisoning of a key strategy of Bob Bakish's for streaming for a long time, which has been to sell licensed out content to other streamers. They actually announced today that they're going to be cutting back on that in the face of the new investment that they have for streaming. I also think what they say about kids TV, the Nickelodeon's content being a key driver for new signups was very interesting. And to me, it suggests that they're really missing a strategic initiative here to have a premium version of Pluto within Paramount Plus that has streaming linear kids channels, which if we're already finding people are coming in for the on-demand, having original channels, basically Nickelodeon-esque channels already on Paramount Plus would be a great direction to go.
Okay, and when we're thinking about ViacomCBS stock, we do have to talk about the volatility that we've seen this year. When we started 2021, the stock was trading at about $36 per share, shot up to about $100 per share at the end of March, and have since fallen back to earth. It's basically back where it started the year. So what do you think is going to be the next catalyst to potentially drive the stock higher here in the near term?
I don't think there is one near term. The fact that they said that they announced all this money now to create new content, if they get a couple of hits, it may drive it up a little bit, but nowhere near to the levels that we saw. It's almost like they're doing stuff after it launched that they should have done beforehand. There aren't any originals right now that I can think of that would make someone want to sign up for the service that are broad in their scope. These are going to be coming, but there's just nothing there right now beyond what they have in terms of library content and a few sporting rights. And with what they've outlined, there's these original movies, for instance, we don't know much about them. Some of them, if it's going to follow those plans, will be spin-offs of things like Yellowstone and other IP. But I think we're going to see it trade around the 35 to 40 mark for perhaps the next year
All right, a lot to keep an eye on with ViacomCBS. Gavin Bridge, Senior Media Analyst for VIP. Thank you so much for breaking all things down ViacomCBS. And for more in-depth analysis, head over to variety.com/VIP.